This pandemic has spread faster than any disease in modern history.
Angry mobs roam the city, commercial buildings.
Authorities are bracing for more rioting
There are
tonight.
fires burning. There are people being.
He was knocked unconscious in severe level.
A citywide emergency has been declared.
The CDC has quarantined the lower Midwestern region of the U.S.
Hey, what's up everyone? Resident Evil 3 is here, the sequel to the Resident Evil 2 remake, brought to you by Capcom and powered by the RE engine. Let's take it back before digging deep to this game. Last year, in 2019, after the release of Resident Evil 2 remake, fans were debating if Capcom was going to make a remake for Resident Evil 3. When I played Resi 2, there was one scene specifically that made me think of how Resident Evil 3 remake would look. And that's right before arriving to the RPD. Also, the pressure of Mr. X also made fans wonder how would Nemesis be in the remake. The fact that a tyrant would constantly stalk you will be perfect for a RE3 remake. So there's no doubt, lots of people was thinking that there will be a remake for RE3. Throughout the months, there was an online Resident Evil demo going by the name Project Resistance, which is very similar to Left 4 Dead. It was okay, but it didn't sell me to be hyped. Little did we know that that was an extra feature in Resident Evil 3. That's right, back in December 2019, in Sony's State of Play presentation is where we got to see the reveal. It was marketed as the campaign for Project Resistance. Alright, so let's talk about the game. RE3 plays very similar to its predecessor. Our protagonist this time is Jill Valentine, one of the few survivors from the mansion incident in the first Resident Evil story. Jill has been hiding out in her apartment in Raccoon City. Every night gets more scary for her. I gotta say, I love the opening of the game. The view of our apartment and the world she is seeing in her point of view. One night, she is stalked by a tyrant from Umbrella. This is Nemesis, our main threat of the game. You know what's crazy is that this chase scene in her apartment was a gameplay of the revealed trailer of the game. But the trailer was her point of view. I just thought I'd mention that. Anyways, Jill later encounters the UBCS. And even though they are employed by Umbrella, Jill and them share the same goal: save people and escape Raccoon City. Jill befriends Carlos from the UBCS. It's very obvious he likes Jill. Anyways, it's up to Jill and the remaining UBCS to get the train running and save the remaining civilians they could find while avoiding Nemesis. That's pretty much the plot of Resident Evil 3. There's more details, but that's pretty much a summary. As far as gameplay, you could play as both Jill and Carlos, both having a special ability. Jill having a dodge and Carlos having a punch. If the timing is right, it can perform a perfect dodge or punch. You could also add a deadly blow. If I have to be honest, I prefer Jill's playstyle over Carlos. Mainly because you play as Jill throughout the game and using dodge. But when you play as Carlos, you have to adapt to learning his ability as an offense, not a counter. So the timing will be different compared to Jill. I also like the fact that the game has environmental hazards for your enemies, like barrels you could use to clear a path, or an electric generator to stun your foes. This could help to conserve ammo. I gotta say, I love the Easter eggs all over the game. From posters, signs, even the trophies unlocked are references to other Capcom franchises. It's all over the place. Once you complete the game, the shop is available. You could buy items to use on your next playthrough. If Hardcore difficulty is completed, Nightmare and Inferno difficulty is unlocked. Unlocking trophies and requirements also gets you concept arts and models for the game. I think the last bonus to mention is the costumes. There are costumes to unlock, but there's also the classic costumes if you pre-order. You got Jill's and Carlos, and what can I say about Carlos? It's not bad, but since we got spoiled with the new look, it's pretty pointless to use the classic Carlos look. RE3 is a reimagining of its classic counterpart, so if you're expecting shot-by-shot similarities, let me just tell you, you're gonna be disappointed. There's many moments removed from the original game, but I still appreciate some of the new moments in this game. I can conclude that this game is short but sweet. Even with some backtracking and exploring, this game feels short. I was satisfied with the gameplay and experience, but deep down, I know this game could have been better. My biggest nitpick with the game is with Nemesis. Now, there's no doubt there's going to be parts scripted in the game, but my main issue is that the Tyrant most of the time is a boss fight than an obstacle in the game. It goes back to what I was saying about RE2 Remake and Mr. X being a threat. Alright, the reason I don't talk much about Nemesis is because it feels like he's barely in the game. When he's pursuing you, you can fight back. If you down him, you'll be rewarded with weapon upgrades. There's so much I want to say about him, but it'll be going to spoiler territory. Let's just say things change permanently on the second boss fight.
Bitch can't even swim.
The design is cool, but I feel like those changes happen too early in the game. The less I say about the second boss fight and further, the better. Also, this game has a problem standing on its own in so many ways. You have fans who are going to compare it to the original game. You also have it being compared to the Resident Evil 2 remake. And also, this remake of RE3 comes with Project Resistance as a bonus. Alright, if I sound negative about Resi 3, trust me, I'm not. I really like the game. It's just hard not to nitpick this game. Will Capcom do a remake of Code Veronica or just stop with the remakes here? Personally, I think we're good on remakes. But I always will welcome a remake of Code Veronica. I don't think we need an RE4 remake, to be honest. Alright guys, that's it for the review. I'll have a separate review for Project Resistance sometime in the future. I just want to focus specifically on the campaign of Resident Evil 3. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I do stream. Feel free to follow me on Twitch. If you liked the video, do me a solid and like the video. Comment on your thoughts and experience on Resident Evil 3. And make sure to subscribe for more content. I am out. Peace.